The history is there. Okay, this man took over the Alexander. I'm gonna say Alexander the freak, through the spirit and power of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, took over the earth. Okay, you can go into Josephus. I believe is the account is in Josephus when Alexander had a dream or a vision. All right, he came to a priest, all right, an Israelite, and he made a sacrifice to the Most High. Why? Because he saw that man in the dream, and that man told him, "Look, you gonna take over the world." And the Lord was with that. Okay, the Lord raised Esau. Romans. See, that's why I said this could easily turn into a long video. That immediately made me think about Romans 9. Let me grab that real quick. We're gonna jump. Romans 9. What is that? 11. Or maybe it's reading us. Romans 9 on down. Romans 9. Where is it at? 17. I'll start from Romans 9:17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up. So let's just go into the word. That word raised. Okay. Exgero, to arouse, raise up from sleep, to arouse up, stir up, incite. Okay, resurrect, to arouse, to raise up. Why did Alexander have to be raised up? Because he had a purpose. He had prophecy to fulfill. You know, Malachi the first chapter. They had to take over, then they had to go down. Then they had to come back, and now they're going to go down again. All right? Where their land's going to be made desolate. It says, for the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee. All right, the Most High took Alexander the Great. All right, probably back in the reincarnation as a flamer, a faggot. You know, he probably in the military, probably just some general or some shit. Okay, but during that time period, okay, he had to be raised up. So the Lord took, what is it, Daniel 4:17, the basis of men. The Lord took the basis of men. Okay, the Lord got Moabites over Israelites, Ammonites, Ishmaelites, Hamites. All right, economically above Israel, to show his power. In the spirit and even physically, we're clearly the most dominant people on the planet. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, even the weakest among Jake are stronger than the rest of the nations. It's a fact. So why, economically speaking, where we live at, our communities, we ain't got no damn communities. Why are we at the bottom? Because the Lord showed his power. It says, and that my name might be declared throughout the earth. All right, that's all I wanted on that. Because the Most High raised Alexander the freak up. Now let's start back where I was at. Verse 4 says, and he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings. He ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. Now let's just get that word real quick. And I'm going to come back and use that picture because I'm going to use that. A person or state that pays tribute to another state or ruler. Oh, prime example, tributaries of the Ottoman Empire, which were the Edomites. Okay? So the Most High put the spirit on Alexander to make all the nations be tributaries unto him. You know what that means? Even right now to this day, because Esau is in the power seat, a Edomite from France or Edomite from Spain or from wherever, any regular Edomite can come to Japan, China, wherever, among the rest of the nations and get with their daughters. They will gladly give them their daughters. He's got on the suit. He's a businessman. All right, they give their daughters to them. Let Jake try to do that. That's not happening. Okay? Meanwhile, this guy is leprous, the most diseased people on the planet Earth. Doesn't even have the basic fundamentals physically to survive on this earth. He's a weasel. He's a rat in a suit, but he's still a rat. You dress up Master Splinter, all right? Give him a gold chain, whatever. He's still a rat. That's what Esau is. But the nations, they deal with him like that. Yeah, they're turning on him now, but going back in history, they were tributaries, and still to this day, they're tributaries unto Esau. Hence why China is going to implement the mark of the beast. Japan just now released the mark of the beast. Niggas want to still scoff at the chip, though. Take it. So they became tributaries unto him. It says, that's all I wanted right there. Okay? What comes with paying tribute? The rest of the nation, when Israel is risen up, all right, by the Most High, the nations are going to become tributaries unto us. You think it's just going to be money that they give us? No. When they have them daughters that look good, they're going to offer them. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get that real quick. Because the scriptures speak about the forces of the Gentiles. The scripture says our gates are not going to be shut day nor night. Now, our gates are going to be shut, But what that's saying is we're going to be so abundant, all right, of the things that the heathens give us. It's just going to be like, oh, shit, it's like an overflow. Oh, please take my daughter, take this daughter. They're gonna feel some type of honor, even though there ain't no connection there. Your daughter's just going to be getting popped. They're going to be like, yeah, Israelites popping my daughter. That's what they're going to be like, man. Let me see. No, I want this one. It's Isaiah 60. Matter of fact, let me see. Yep. Let me see what I want. I want Isaiah 60:10. It says, and the sons of strangers, the heathens, shall build up thy walls, and their kings. So if the kings, or that word minister, and their king shall minister or serve unto thee. That's what the word minister means. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. So if they're kings, this ain't talking about Donald Trump neither, because Donald Trump is just a low level demon Edomite. This is talking about the Rothschilds, okay, the emperors of Ammon, because they still got that fake system set up, even though Esau is still above them. All right, all the kings of the nations are going to be ministers. What in the hell is a regular heathen going to be like? You feel me? So yeah, when Alexander came into his time to shine, he took spoils. That's in the scripture. He took spoils. What's a spoil? Women, money, gold, silver, real money, land, women. Again, I might add, that's a spoil. So yeah, Edomites were popping heathen nations, and heathen nations were dealing with Edomites. You see that still to this day. Okay? The heathens, they're under the system of so-called white supremacy too. They got pigment. Okay? And for these demons that's on Facebook, these niggas ain't never been nowhere. All they know is what they see on TV. Like I told these devils, all right, where I'm at right now, every 5 people I see, one of them is darker than me or the same complexion. And that's a fact. Some of these motherfuckers even got woolly hair. I can't make that up. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. This is what happened. The nations, the scriptures literally tell you about how the nations committed fornication with the great whore. Now, the great whore is representative of America, but who controls America? Psalms 137:7, the daughter of Edom. All right. Remember, oh Lord, the children of Edom who said, raise it, raise it. Okay. Edom in that scripture is being referred to or with the daughter of Babylon. So they control that. Okay. The nations were tributaries and still are in many ways unto Esau. They give them their women. Esau did when he bring forth Edomites that look like, you got Edomites in Japan that all they know is Konnichiwa. They speak Japanese, but they're Edomites. You can tell. You can literally tell. My demon told me that. He said, oh yeah, I can tell when white people, when a white man sleeps with a Japanese woman, I can tell because of their children. I said, how can you tell? She said, because of their skin. She didn't say, oh, because of their eyes. They come out with the same eyes. She said, because of their skin. What that mean? Way to the way is he. I Joshua. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. Let me see. Real quick. Let me just go into that word. Forces for halal, strength, efficient, the wealth. Okay. Part of your wealth is your daughters. Okay, because you sell her. You sell your daughters. That's in the law. Okay. Man want to, you sell her. You get some land, you get some money, you get wealth off of that. And that's what's gonna happen. All right. So yeah, if you go do the research, niggas, you Spanish speaking niggas. All right. Going way back, not even way back. Okay. The nations were darker. Okay. And we're gonna get and let me get goddamn Ham. Now they always want to scoff at this. Oh, this, white supremacy, blah blah. Blah. But this is indicative to what we're saying in the scripture, that there's a difference between the people that suffered the curses of Deuteronomy 28th chapter and the indigenous populations of the land of Ham, better known as so-called Africa. It says Ham, the youngest. We all know this, man. I know this verbatim without reading it. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. So that's already a distinction right there. And if you go into history, the so-called natives, the indigenous, all right, of the Western Hemisphere, they were also classified as Negroes, which just means blacks or dark skinned, man. Okay? Now that's a distinction. Because these other races, Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites, they're all dark. Why is there a distinction? All right? Exodus 11:7. Oh, those are Negroes. It's a difference, man. All right? Now let's see. It says it right there. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. That's automatically a distinction right there. When you talk about so-called Negroes, according to this, linked up with the scriptures, you cannot be talking about Canaanites, Libyans, Ethiopians, or Egyptians on a whole. Because those were those people that were on those slave ships. Number one, they had different customs. They never associated themselves with the indigenous or native Africans. Hence why the Hamites knew where to what direction to point the so-called white man to. Okay? They said, oh, those. And the so-called Negroes, they had beards on their face. When you go into the history, when the slaves came over, the so-called white man was licking their beard to test their salt level. Okay? So they had beards. We know the Hamites, they don't That's not one of their customs. Okay? The pharaohs, they would shave their shit off and then put on some fake shit. All right? That wasn't their customs. The so-called Negroes that was over there in the western part of Africa, the Gold Coast, that was in Europe. Okay, what about the so-called Negroes that came from Spain, nigga? They ain't even come from Africa. You feel me? So these niggas, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. And this proves that the whole world, man, is under so-called white supremacy. If you ain't in Yahawashi, you are under so-called white supremacy. Okay, because it's clear as day. It just said Ham became the progenitor of the dark races. How the fuck can he become the progenitor of the dark races if his father is a goddamn albino? Proving to you that the book of Enoch is trash. The book of Enoch also said angels had sex with women. Matthew 22 and 29 cuts that off top. You feel me? You can't get light skin and light skin and oh, here's Ham. Oh, he came out black. That don't make no goddamn sense. What you can get is dark skin or light skin from dark. It's simple. This is the exact reason why Esau is able to push everybody came from Africa. Why? Because there's dark-skinned people, indigenous people of the nations, okay, who that's how they looked in the ancient world. Everywhere Esau went around the planet, people were darker. Okay? And then they bought in, they committed fornication with this man. All right, spiritually, taking on his philosophies. That's why you have democracy. You have elections and shit. That goes back to the ancient Roman Empire, Greco-Roman Empire. And also physically, they laid down with him, with his women, and he laid down with their women. It's just simple. The scriptures tell you, Hosea 7 and 8, it didn't say Judah mixed himself. He's a cake unturned, even though you do have that. You got team light skin and dark skin amongst so-called Negroes. So that's goddamn proving that Negro only are goddamn bugged out. Okay? Blake Griffin is the most prime example, and his son. Lineage. Okay? Now, if you did the research, do the research on the when the so-called white man was doing guerrilla warfare against the so-called Mexicans. Do the research on what they look like. Go, man, if I can pull up, I forgot his name. All right? But there's a statue in some part of Mexico, all right, where Jake was killing Edomites. He escaped from the slave, from the plantation, okay? And he was doing sneak attacks, guerrilla warfare. Now they made a statue of him, and he looks just like a so-called Negro, okay? But he was doing guerrilla warfare. We know that the so-called Indians, the indigenous, that's what they were skilled in, guerrilla warfare. So you tell me what people look like, man. The scriptures tell you that Israel became a nation in Egypt. 430 years of growing in numbers in Egypt. Were they sleeping with white women then? You feel me? Which is why it don't matter how much a Hamite look like us, or no matter how much you want to say we look like Hamites, which we goddamn don't. Okay? Most of them niggas ain't even really seen a Hamite like that. No matter how much they say we look like Ham and Ham look like us, we suffered the curses and Ham didn't. Deuteronomy 28, all the way down, fits. Okay? Then it tells you that those curses were going to be a sign to let you know who the Israelites were. Which is why, even when you go, it's deeper than just the Western Hemisphere. It's deeper than that. So-called Indonesia, all right, was, I believe it was the British. They were colonized for 400 years. Okay? 400 years. Why? Because it was Israelites over there. Okay? You can find pictures of people you might suspect being of other nations, going in yokes of iron under Esau. Why? Because those had to be scattered Israelites. Okay? I guarantee you their descendants to this day are still economically at the bottom of the totem pole in that area. So these niggas don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. Where in America and in the Western world do the so-called Negro got his own navy? Where? If the so-called Negroes are Canaanites, goddamn, all the continents and all the nations in Africa, none of them came and got their brothers. You feel me? That's because they know. You don't know because you ain't spiritual. And it ain't even got to be spiritual. When we was in elementary school calling each other African booty scratchers, that was an insult because we knew we weren't fucking goddamn Africans. They show you goddamn them commercials, 10 cents a day, you can help Africa. Nobody give no damn about no fucking Africa. Anybody asked me who I was, I said I'm Cuban. I ain't never associated myself with Africa or Egypt. Kimite, I ain't know what the hell is a Kimite. I believe in the Lord. Hamites believe in their own deities. Moabites believe in their own deities. Ishmaelites believe in Allah. Ain't shit changed. There's no prophecy of the scripture that says, and Canaan is going to receive the truth first, and he's going to give it unto the children of Israel. They don't say that. Scripture do say that the Lord was going to save the tents of Judah first. That's why you seen Judah waking up. All these niggas talking about, the Canaanites. We asking who are the Canaanites? Nobody in One West wants to answer that. First off, One West ain't even a thing no more. Okay? Go to the school if you want to answer. Go talk to some of them old spirits that's in the building. Who's the Canaanites? You want to know some? Hold on, these niggas proclaiming that they got the truth. The Latinos, and natives and the gypsies, they're the 12 tribes of Israel. First off, who in the world are you so-called Hispanics and Latinos under physically? All right. You're under Judah. Judah, the kingdom of Judah, the tribe of Judah. All right. You can't magnify yourself against Judah because he's the head tribe, man. Esau, the nation of Edom, they got a hierarchy. Amalek is the top tribe, the chief house of Satan. Don't the Lord got that same program? Don't the scripture tell you in Isaiah 11 and 13 that Judah shall not vex Ephraim? That's why Judah said, y'all ain't even black no more. They came up with Negro only. All right. And Ephraim shall not envy Judah. Why you envy Judah? Because they got that's the king's line, man. King David ain't come from Issachar. Yahawashi ain't come from Ephraim or Gad. He came from Judah. King David came from Judah. And all this is coming from a Benjamite. But hey, even at the end of the day, I could be a goddamn Northern Kingdom. You don't even know. And all these niggas bugging out, you can be tares. You feel me? You're separating yourself. You're getting separated before the angels. Daniel 12 and 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. You niggas can't understand that, man. You can't even understand how somebody who begot Ham, who is clearly a very, very dark nation, but the book of Enoch says he's albino. That don't make no fucking sense, man. Where in the scriptures, in the Torah, you want to be Torah only, where in the Torah does it says, and Noah, had to go to the priest to be checked for his leprosy because he was a leper? It don't say that, man. It says Noah was a preacher of righteousness. So why the fuck would the Most High make Noah an albino that brought forth Ham? That's blasphemy. Proverbs 30:6, man. Niggas just making shit up. Oh, and Adam was ruddy. No, Adam was ruddy and he was red, and that's what I'm saying. Hey, the scriptures do not speak about Canaan dwelling amongst Israel, or the seed of Canaan being amongst Israel. The scriptures does speak about them tares, though, which is the children of the wicked one. I know that. I know that for a fact. All these niggas bugging out. All right. You're melanated Edomites, man. Until otherwise. 100%. Now let's just get into the scripture a little bit. Let me just go ahead and put this in and jump straight to the first one I'm going to see. Okay, Exodus 2:10. And the child grew, speaking about Moses. Moses was a Levite that later on was attached to the kingdom of Judah. Okay? And later on, the kingdom of Judah fled. Where did they flee to? Well, according to the history, some stayed behind. All right. Was it over 10 million or over a million? Over a million Jews, all right, which is the kingdom of Judah, the various tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And even you had some of the northern kingdom that was there. All right. Fled into Africa. Did not some go into Asia? Damn, what did they look like? It's not hard. Go into Google and type in blacks of antiquity. They ain't gonna tell you about no Hamites. It's gonna tell you about so-called black Jews. All right, nigga. Exodus 2:10. The child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. Man, let me see something real quick, man. You can always get complete understanding. Goddamn. When you go into it, let me see if they have the word for. Nah, it just says bun. I want to see the word for became, but maybe that's another time. And he became her son, and she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting in Hebrew one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Now, just going up, all right? Moses passed for an Egyptian. That's just 100% fact. Joseph passed for an Egyptian. Okay? You probably would have had Ishmaelites back then passing for Egyptians. Japhites that could have passed for Egyptians. Dark-skinned people. It's just a fact. All right? It's just true. It's just true. Now, hold up. Because a stupid bitch on Facebook, oh, what does woolly mean? Bitch, you know what woolly means. All right? You can read the scriptures. It says wool. And you know it's referring to, let's just read it. Daniel 7. This is the Most High. You mean the Most High looks a certain way, but his children don't look a certain way? That's the same stupid logic that they're trying to use for Ham. Oh, Noah was albino. Or Noah was... This motherfucker actually said Noah gave birth to Ham, who was black, Shem, who was red, and Japheth, who was yellow. Are you... You see how the Most High could just completely take shit from niggas? Nazaliah, prime example. Daniel 7:9. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, Salakia. Just jump down. Daniel 7:9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. When was that? All right. In this time period, when all the thrones before the nation of Israel were cast down. Were cast down in the Ancient of Days. Who's that? The Most High. God. Yahawah. I always talk about, Yahawah Echad and Yahawah first. And Torah only, this and this. Well, we're going to see what the Most High would have looked like according to this vision. And the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow. So he got a body because he wearing a garment. And the hair of his head like the pure wool. Wool. I ain't even got to go into Google and type it in, but I'm going to do it anyways, just to see what wool looks like. And we're going to see if it's goat hair. We're going to see. All right, that's not to say just because you got straight hair that mean you inferior or some shit. But it's just true. It's just true. The Most High got woolly hair. And guess what? They don't believe in the Messiah, but the Messiah came down in the image. The scripture says the express image of the Most High. So he looked exactly like him. Wool. From the Hebrew word aymar. Wool. You can't get around it. Now let's go deeper into it. Let's see what word it come from. Tazamar. All right. Shaggy. Wool. Whiteness. That was the color of it. Wool. Garments. Okay. Now let's go right here. Let's go right here. Wool. Perhaps so called from its being shorn off. Compare fleece. So let's see if we can get this word shorn. Damn, to cut the wool off a sheep. To shear. Cut the wool off to shear. I'll shear off all that fleece. Now let's see if we can get some pictures up. God damn. Hey, you cannot get around it, man. This is wool. Okay? So the Most High had an afro. And you can do the research. When the slaves came over here, all right, not the Most High, the so-called white men described them as having a blackish complexion, apish features, and a woolly head. Now the Most High got woolly hair. Shit, where all you Latino Only Israelites, so-called, where's your woolly hair? According to your doctrine, we going into the scripture. Hey, the Most High got woolly hair. He got an afro. Damn. Now, that's not to say all Jakes got that. Okay? But we know what Hosea 7:8 is talking about. And if you go into the history before or during the time of slavery with the Spaniard, they were breeding. And it wasn't just Esau popping our women. It was our men popping Edomites. It was back and forth, more so than the kingdom of Judah. Hence why you got more variation amongst Ephraim, the kingdom of Israel. It ain't even that hard. You niggas are gonna eat a missile. All right. You niggas are not brothers. None of that shit. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi Shalak Rayam.